Okay, so welcome. We're at Koe Rong Sanloem, Cambodia, and I'll take you on a beach walk here. And it's a little windy actually today, but nonetheless, it's sure beautiful. I think the beach is flooded, so we're just taking a walk along the back here. And this is the Pool Sarah Resort that we're staying in, but we'll just take a walk. Very windy these days. I guess there's a little bit of a shift in the weather here. So we'll be out. So this Koe Rong Sanloem is one of the islands off the south tip of Cambodia. And there's a few islands, but it's about a 40-minute boat ride. It's a really nice island. It's not very developed. But it looks like they will be developing it soon, or they're in the process of it. And I'm sure it'll be all developed in condos and everything else, but for the time being, it's not. Generator run power, I'm assuming. And it is very pricey, though. I will say, you guys, it's a lot more than the rest of Cambodia that we've seen. We jumped from $2 a meal to $7 a meal, and from hotels being $25 for a really nice hotel to them being $87. So it's quite a bit more expensive, but we wanted to dive and do the coast before we left Cambodia. So we're going to go back to the mainland tomorrow by boat, and then go to Cam Pot and look at the pepper farms, the famous Cam Pot Cambodian pepper. And then to Kep, which is another coastal town that has crab and all sorts of stuff. So that's kind of the plan, but nonetheless, it is very beautiful. Very beautiful place. And the people are nice. I will say, customer service, they don't really understand customer service, so be kind of aware of that. When you come here, don't have an expectation of Western customer service, because it doesn't really exist here. So obviously, this looks like a dead end too, so obviously they need the money, so that's what it's about, tourism. But some things can be, from a Western point of view, can be not the best customer service for a fairly high price point. But that being said, sometimes it's worth spending the money, and you can save it elsewhere on other things in the future. So it is what it is. You just go and, don't be cheap, but don't be stupid either. There is a price point of stuff, and be aware of that. Do your research, man. It's my best advice. I do a lot of time on the computer researching where to go, what ferries. The travel is very disorganized. Their organization is different. So ferries and buses and trains, they don't leave when they say they're going to leave. They leave when they're ready to leave, for whatever reasons they have. And getting mad, sorry, getting mad or upset won't help your cause. Like there's no customer service, so they'll just upset people. They're very happy people, generally, so they don't like confrontation. So don't get upset. It's basically your piss poor planning, because they just operate the way they operate. So don't plan things like to the hour. Like we're leaving on the ferry tomorrow, 8:45 in the morning ferry. It's only supposed to be a 45-minute ferry ride in a fast boat. But there was a train, we're taking a train to Kampot from Sihanoukville. And, you know, I didn't book the, let's put it this way, I didn't book the 11 a.m. train. I booked the 2:45 train, giving us ample time for, you know, whatever disorganization might happen or pandemonium or lack of us knowing where we're going, or perhaps a tuk-tuk driver who, you know, sees that he needs a little extra money perhaps and takes us on an extra tour we hadn't banked on. Whatever, it's always just $4 or $5. It's not a big deal. But if you're down to the line on a train and you've booked it, you might not make it. And then they're gonna say it's full, you gotta get another hotel, you know, on and on it goes. It can be frustrating, but bear in mind that that's your own planning, lack of ability to compensate. So just book stuff. Don't book things, like don't leave things to one day or the last minute in terms of scheduling. That's my best advice. And we're not that good at this yet, but yeah, that's the deal. So I was gonna do a beach walk, but it's too windy. You guys won't hear anything. So doing an inland, and a bit of an inland walk. So here we go. 70 types of poisonous snakes. So they got vipers, they got cobras, they got everything. So once, you know, you gotta be a little careful. I kind of always look down when you're walking. Oh, and also, just so you know, there's no, coincidentally, there's no first aid on the island, so there's no hospital or anything like that. So, you know, you could be in some trouble. Note, I'm walking in the middle of the road, not in the grass or anything like that. Yeah, it's safe, but just don't be a fool. So, after a bit of a walk through the jungle, a couple kilometers of careful walking, came across the other side of the island here. I'll just show you guys. Coming down to, this is the opposite side of the island, the leeward side, the non-windy side. And yeah, check this gem out. Sorry, I'm always trying to look where the hell I'm stepping. Yeah, look at this. Wow. Is this ever cool? And you can see all the boats are over here hiding from the storm that we have. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, so, oh, look at the little crab. Holy moly, they're fast. Look at them go. I don't know if you guys can see them, but yeah, what a beautiful beach. Look at the water. Just pristine, and all the fishing boats. Wow. Huh. Another beautiful beach, hey? Very nice. Yeah, this is beautiful, pristine. I see someone's Some fruit or something, is it? I'm not sure. I don't know what that is. Huh. Oh, very nice. I don't know what that was. Never seen it before. Some sort of fruit, maybe? I don't know. All the flowers. Huh. Well, surprise, surprise, another beach, eh? I guess the fishing fleet's in because it's blowing. See them all out there? Yeah. We actually have to get off the island tomorrow and move on with our trip, so we're hoping the boat will run and all that, and I'm sure it will. We've left lots of time, so anyways, I'm gonna continue on my walk. I can't really walk for too long in the sun, so usually I try and get up early, but this morning not so good. Not feeling totally shit hot, but at any rate, okay. Well, I hope you guys like that little beach and stuff. Okay. So I see we got some monkeys up here. Baby ones over there. Hey! Ah! Ah! Gotta watch out. They're very aggressive. They're very aggressive. Ah! Ah! Wah! 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 Ah! Yeah, you really got to stand your ground. They're not very friendly. Okay, we'll leave it at that.